It's time now for the LaGrange College Coaches Corner on WR Google 123, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at 1023.com. Now live from Johnny's New York Style Pizza in LaGrange with Jack Mormon and head coach.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza. We're across from the mall right here on Lafayette Parkway, and we're talking LaGrange College football. And here with Coach Steve Pardue. And it's an exciting night to talk, Coach, about the ball game because we got our first victory on the season as we traveled up to Fayetteville, North Carolina to take on Methodist, the Monarchs up there. We took them on with no power on the board and no power in the stadium, but still came away with a victory.
Yeah, it was a big win for us. You know, we had a really good week last week, Jack, of practicing. It was something we've been stressing to the kids. You know, we've got to have, especially Wednesday. That's our big day. You know,
Sure.
We're full pads, and we had a great day. So it was really important for us that to translate to a win. You know, so and we went up, and honestly, when I look back on it, I'm kind of glad things went the way it did. Now, when it was going that way, I didn't like it too much, but. You know, we hit a lot of adversity early. You know, we come out in the first series, we throw a pick six, we have the ball, get down.
On your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking your best isn't easy. Nonetheless, it makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow that.
And I think this used to be a rule. Maybe it's not now, but I look over, and they've got heads. And I
You need to brush your teeth at least twice a day. And you need to have your teeth cleaned and looked at by a dentist at least twice a year. We've heard this since we were kids. But sometimes we get busy and forget to brush and skip an appointment. We turn around and it's been a while since we've been to the dentist. So let's get back on track. Call Childress Dental Center for an appointment at 706-882-1888 or go to the web at childressdentalcenter.com because your smile is very important and we want you to have the best one possible. Childress Dental Center, next to the post office, 114 Calumet Center, LaGrange.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. We're having a little technical difficulties, but hopefully we're back with you now. We're across the street from LaGrange Mall right here on Lafayette Parkway, and we're talking LaGrange College football. LaGrange comes away with a big victory against Methodist, the first conference game of the season. 39-30 is the final score. And, Coach, we were talking before we had the mix up with some of the stuff there that you go into this ball game, everything's prepared, you're ready to go. There's no power in the stadium.
Right, and again, I guess I must be a jinx. We got it here too, you know, so. But that kind of messes up a little bit. We had a lot of we call them check with me plays. We were going to line up and call it the best look, and all of a sudden the power goes off, and that never entered my mind that our headsets wouldn't work though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking, how are we going to look at the 40-second clock, this and that, and then all of a sudden we get out there and Coach Pleasance and Coach Collie, all my guys were on the sideline. I'm like, what y'all doing to the coach? Headsets don't work. I was like, oh crap. So we kind of adjusted, and I think that hurt us offensively early. Not an excuse, but still we give up. But we throw an interception early for a touchdown, but we get a great return by Chip, Brendan Scott, and that was really, I thought, big, and we knocked it in. And then we missed, had a bad snap on the extra point and didn't get it. That kind of guy's behind the eight ball. But
I was listening to it on the radio, and it really wasn't sure whether that was a called play, called fire, or was it a missed snap.
No, it was clear. And I'll be honest with you, it was that. I'll take the blame on that one. Harley Weber, our tight end, has been doing our long snap. Well, Harley had off-season surgery on the shoulder. Mm-hmm. He doesn't practice a whole lot. I'll be honest with you. He practices enough where he knows what to do and everything. So at practice, he's never tired when he snaps.
Right.
Well, now we go on the drive, and he's emotional, he's tired, and, you know, so we got a kid named Logan Dockery, actually played for me at East Cowee the last 3 years and came into camp late for us, and really good long snapper. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, a month ago, he had an appendectomy, so he just got with us this week. So he'll start handling more of the long snapping duties and played some of the wing back for us this week. And Logan had a big game, and he kind of knew our system already, so he had a kind of advantage over some of the other kids. But yeah, we had some crazy things happen. You know, we were, like I say, we're down 14-12 at halftime, and I'll be honest, Jack, I went in at halftime and had to let the coaches do all their stuff, and I just got the kids and I said, look, guys, all I want you to do is go out and have fun. have fun for the next 30 minutes of football, and I'll take whatever happened. Play emotional, have fun. And we did. And we had a tip ball early and get down 20-12. But we score our next 4 possessions. Our defense is just stoning them. Now, what we got to learn from this, and I'll talk to the kids more about it tomorrow, sustain that type of play. Because I was almost like we got exhausted from being that emotional. We weren't used to it, And then, but it was a big win for us. And I tell you what, it makes that 6.5-hour bus trip a lot better coming home with a win.
That was quite a drive. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this. I really want to focus on that third quarter with it was LaGrange offense all over the place and the defense hold them so well. But right now, we'll let you know that we're here at Johnny's Pizza across LaGrange Mall on Lafayette Parkway. We invite you to come out here and join us. We're having a great time right here on Eagle Sports.
Hello, folks. My name is Gerald Kemp, owner of Kemp's Dalton West Carpets in Noonan and Peachtree City, and Kemp's Carpets in LaGrange. I purchased this airtime on this station to apologize. Yes, that's right, to apologize to all of you listening. You see, when you come into any one of our 3 stores, you will not find a special can of paint for the bathroom. No washing machines. You see, at Kemp's, we specialize in one thing and one thing only: floor cover. Kemp's Dalton West Carpets in Noonan, Peachtree City, and Kemp's Carpets in LaGrange, where we do floor cover, and we do it right.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Whether you're moving to Troup County from out of state, moving across town, or across the street, Daniel Realty and Insurance Agency has the experience to help you find the perfect residential property in the LaGrange area. Daniel Realty and Insurance Agency wants to help you find the right auto, home, health, life, and commercial insurance to meet your personal needs. For a quick, competitive quote, drop in and see them at 207 Ridley Avenue in LaGrange, or find them on the web at daniels-realty-ins.com. LaGrange knows leadership when they see it. As mayor for 4 years, Jim Thornton has proven he's a leader who cares, who unites people, and who gets things done.
I'm Jim Thornton, and I'm running for re-election to keep bringing new jobs and businesses to our city, to maintain public safety, and to enhance the quality of life for all residents. I'm asking for your vote on November 7th for another term. Learn more about me and my plans at jimthornton.org.
A vote for Jim Thornton is a vote for progress. Let's re-elect Jim Thornton for mayor of LaGrange.
Okay, I've got to get up, get ready for work, get the kids so they don't sleep all day, go to work.
At the Medicine Cabinet, we understand busy. That's why we like to save our customers time. We offer home delivery inside city limits, a drive-through, and no long lines to wait in. We get you in and out as soon as possible. We have 2 great locations to better serve you. Our Vernon Street location is home to our famous soda shop. So come in, enjoy a milkshake, hot fudge sundae, or a lemon sour. Also, check out our gift shop that offers children's clothing, toys, books, jewelry, and more. The Medicine Cabinet is a locally owned pharmacy, plus a little more.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live at Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. We're live here from Johnny's Pizza across from LaGrange Mall right here on Lafayette Parkway with Coach Steve Pardue. We're talking about the big win LaGrange had against Methodist, 39-30. We're now joined by Scott Lester of Johnny's Pizza, and he's brought over the Magic Pan.
That's right.
Got some tickets in here, Coach. You want to draw one of those? This is for a $20 gift certificate here to Johnny's.
It is 952-7750.
7750.
We got a winner.
There we go. All right.
All right. You got to split it with me. I get half.
You just get with the guy in the black shirt, and they'll hook you up.
And just a reminder, guys, every Monday on the Coaches Show, we'll be doing some kind of giveaway every night.
That's great.
So y'all come out here, yeah, come out and support your local teams, and have some good food.
And it is great. We talk about it each week, and it's not just pizza. You got all kinds of stuff.
We got some delicious sandwiches. Of course, we got the jumbo wings. I mean, we've got a full bar. So, football and beer.
Well, I don't think that Coleman will let me do that on the air. So, no, okay, he's shaking his head.
But anyway, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
And we'll see y'all next time.
I like that you wore your red shirt for this part of the show. Do you change for each segment?
I do. I have a full attire in the back.
That's good. Appreciate that. We are celebrating a big win. Coach, for those just tuning in, we traveled to Fayetteville, North Carolina, about 6.5 hours.
Yep.
Headed up there, got the guys up there. How many did y'all travel with?
Our party is 84. We take 64 players.
Okay.
And with coaches and trainers and sports staff, we have about 84. And God, Jack, it couldn't have been a better trip. Everything kind of went as planned. You're in charge of stuff. That you never know what's going to happen. But no traffic hit us, and it was really a smooth trip. And that's why I was so excited that we won the game, because they do everything you ask them to do. At some point, you need to see some rewards.
Right.
And I didn't realize we had lost the last 5 last year. So these kids that came back had on a 7-game losing streak, and the game ended, and they were all just kind of stunned. I was like, hey, y'all need to celebrate and have fun. Yeah, I had to talk them into it. And then after that, they took care of it, though. But I was talking to Rob Dix. The injuries are less now and everything else.
Everything feels better when you got to win.
Yeah, winning does a lot for you. And then, we got some guys that have been banged up. We're getting back, so we're excited about what's about to happen for us.
It was kind of a back and forth first half. Methodist scores first on a pick 6. Y'all come back able to put it into the end zone. Methodist again scores. Y'all were able to score. So back and forth. But right now you're trailing at halftime. You mentioned you talk to the guys, want to get them fired up. You have some energy coming out in that second half. And goodness gracious, did y'all? Methodist does score early, but then y'all rattle off back to back scores.
Yeah, and I'm going to give one kid a lot of credit, Fabian Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
He became a true leader of our football team. He bought into what I was saying, and he went out there at halftime, and, man, then he played. Like Coach Chambers told me this morning, he led us in tackles, but it was almost like he was the garbage man. A lot of his tackles were just great effort running down that, which I was telling Coach reminds me of Wesley Woodyard. He led the SEC in tackles at Kentucky 2 years. They weren't 1-yard gains. A lot of them were 15, 12, but he was busting his tail getting downfield. So Fabian got verbal, and he was just, all over the field. And I really appreciate his effort. And you could see guys going off his energy. We just have to learn to sustain that now. And we gave up one drive late, but I thought our defense probably played the best we played in a long time at LaGrange College. And like I told you earlier, the coaches that have been here, most of them said Wednesday's practice was the best practice we've had since they've been here. And I give a kid named Trini Watts, who's been hurt. He's a kid that came to us from Salem High School, been up in Virginia, and he's a running back. And he's been banged up, kind of limping. He tries to deny he is. But he came out and he got after those guys. He ran over a couple of them, and they got fired up. And practice got the way I want it to be Wednesday. And I give him tons of credit for that win.
Well, too, Coach, it was an unusual week. We had the Irma, classes were canceled on Monday,
right?
And then y'all able to get out and practice on Tuesday, kind of make the week. It's still kind of your regular schedule, but it was a little odd having the hurricane earlier in the week.
Well, and you don't know what's going through kids' minds. Kids from South Georgia worry about their parents, and some of them actually left and went to be with them and went different places. And when we found out we could practice, we had guys driving back on Tuesday, and we didn't make them be there, but they wanted to be. They wanted to be there, and some guys didn't. And we had some parents in dorms at our place. They came up from South Georgia, which is a great for LaGrange College. They opened up dorms to let parents of any of our students that were in danger to come up, and we had a few of them do it. So it was, but. I tell you, I was just so proud. And again, I don't like to start a game with the interception. I don't like to be down 20-12. But when it was over with, the way we came back and handled the adversity, I was really proud of them.
We talked in the break about running backs. Things have changed quite a bit, and the running game has really kind of taken off for LaGrange College this year. Of course, Connor Blair is still a prolific passer, but the line is doing a great job of opening some holes. And you had a couple of guys with 100-plus yard games, in Nick Searcy and Brendan Scott.
No doubt. Both those guys ran extremely well. Both of them had a couple big touchdown runs. Nick Searcy, I said it the first time, he's a pro. He just goes about his business academically. Everything he does, he takes care of the business. He's a 3.8 student,
Wow. And he plays football, attaboy.
Plays football. I got the head coach, he's from Peach County down in Fort Valley, and Chad Campbell down there is a good friend of mine. They've had, how many great players have come out of Peach County, and Chad's been there his whole career. And, you don't like to say us as coaches, but he told me that Nick is probably his favorite kid he's ever coached in 26 years. Coming from a program like that means a lot. And he has. Nick sets by example. He's not a big talker, but he comes out every day and works hard. And Chip, Brendan Scott, like I told you, I forget what his name is because all I know him by is Chip, kid from Long County that played quarterback in high school and came here, and very talented running back. And I thought our tackles played extremely well. They're both very, very athletic, and the good thing about them, they're both going to be back. Tony Alexander is a kid from Georgia that went down and played for Hal Mummy.
Oh, wow, okay.
And transferred back to play for us. And the other kid, golly, I'm so bad with names, Hakeem Patterson from Alma, Georgia. Middle of nowhere. Coach Pleasance has done a great job with those guys too. But those two guys had great games. We did a bunch of what a lot of people call the dart play, where we pull the tackle, and they are both so athletic and did a really good job. And like I said, Logan Dockery, a kid, it was his first playing time for us, really added something to our offense. And Marcus Campbell, what a year he's having. He's tied for the lead in the conference in catches, and Connor, you kind of take him for granted, I think, sometimes. I tell him he's like a 12-year veteran. He walks around like me on Monday. He's sore. He's got everything iced down, But
he wears a whole lot of padding.
Yeah. I don't think he likes that look, But I think he wears it for a reason. But he told me he felt better Sunday than he had after the other two, so that was good. Didn't get hit as many times, and I was proud of him. I mean, the first pick was kind of him and the receiver's fault. Second one was just a bad luck deal. Ball gets tipped at the line of scrimmage, So, but he came back and kept firing, and done a really good job running our offense.
Well, the fact that the running game is taken off helps him a lot too.
No doubt.
Because people are not just pinning the ears back and going after the quarterback every play.
Right, and that's this team we play this week, Brevard. They do a lot of things, and if you get into a passing only, they'll heat you up in the blitz game, and hopefully our run game will help kind of simmer that down a little bit. And we're still working. We worked all day today trying to get a plan ready for those guys. So we're excited to be back home, after a long trip like that. And I really think our kids are going to come out and play well. I'm excited. We'll give them a good plan and hopefully have a good week of practice.
All right, we're going to take a break. We come back. We're going to talk about that game. We'll talk about the conference a little bit, see where LaGrange kind of falls in the USA South Conference. So right now you're listening to the Coach's Corner, live from Johnny's Pizza in LaGrange, Georgia on Eagle Sports.
If you want to scale a mountain, buy boots. If you want to turn your crush into something more, say hi. At Country Financial, we know protecting the things you love and preparing for tomorrow start with simple steps. So we help you take small steps today with insurance and financial services that can have a big impact on your family's future. Too often, too late comes too soon. So let's get started at countryfinancial.com.
You need to brush your teeth at least twice a day, and you need to have your teeth cleaned and looked at by a dentist at least twice a year. We've heard this since we were kids, but sometimes we get busy and forget to brush and skip an appointment. We turn around, and it's been a while since we've been to the dentist. So let's get back on track. Call Childress Dental Center for an appointment at 706-882-1888 or go to the web at childressdentalcenter.com because your smile is very important, and we want you to have the best one possible. Childress Dental Center, next to the post office, 114 Calumet Center, LaGrange. It seems like just yesterday, he was running around the backyard playing football with his little brother, dreaming about the big game. And now he's here. He's worked hard to make the team, and he's ready to take the field. And at Synovus, we're here to cheer him on. From meeting your personal and banking needs to pulling for the hometown football team on Friday night, we're proud to be a part of our community. We're Synovus, the bank of here. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If knee and leg injuries are keeping you off the field, get back in the game with Houston Clinic. Their physicians are leaders on every level, providing specialized treatment for all sports-related injuries. If tears, pulls, strains, or anything else has you on the sidelines, turn to Houston Clinic for speedy recovery. Visit Houston.com or stop by one of their 9 locations in Georgia and Alabama. Research, education, treatment. Houston Clinic.
What will 2017 bring? For LaGrange College graduates, that's a fairly easy question. Before they even received their diplomas, an impressive 70% of our 2016 senior class had already accepted a job or a graduate school offer. At LaGrange College, you'll discover your calling and prepare for a life of professional and personal success. Apply online. It's free. And then plan a campus visit. Go to lagrange.edu or call 800-593-2885.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Now back to the Coach's Corner live with Johnny's New York Style Pizza on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner live here from Johnny's Pizza. I'm Jack Borman, joined by Coach Steve Pardue, and we're talking LaGrange College football. LaGrange got its first big win against a tough Methodist team, traveling up to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and it made a fun ride back as the guys got to enjoy that. And I was talking to your linebackers coach, Thomas Crocker. He said he was in bed by midnight.
Yeah, we got back about 11:15, so we got out of there pretty quick. So it really wasn't bad, and like I say, everything went really smooth, and again, the wind made everything great.
Oh, yeah. Well, time to talk about the USA South Conference right now. Of course, everybody's played their first conference game.
Right.
You got three teams, actually several teams with wins. You got Huntington. It's got a win. They took on North Carolina Wesleyan. Won that one 41-30. Averett beat Ferrum 19-7. Of course, LaGrange beating Methodist 39-30. And then Maryville took on North Carolina Wesleyan. Got to move my sheet. Actually, that's next
Maryville actually played Emory and Henry. That's what we were talking about.
Right.
Brevard is in the conference, but they don't really count as a conference team this year. So
it's a little
bit different. Everybody plays them but Maryville. And to be honest, I don't know the whole story behind that.
But it's a lot. Everybody had a chance to kind of start feeling things out in the conference. And hey, it really doesn't matter what we did in the first two games because right now we're 1-0 in the conference.
Exactly, and that's what we tried to sell the kids. That hey, those games we want to win them. Obviously, anytime we have referees there and they keep out a scoreboard and a clock, we want to win the game. But those first two, as far as what our goals are, meant nothing. So. To go up to Methodist and get a win, what a beautiful campus they have up there, too. Of course, everything's new to me, but just some really great people. The athletic director, I got to talk to him a bunch, and actually the radio guy up there supposed to do an interview at halftime with me. I guess the power kind of shut that down with them, too. But really nice people, and everywhere we've been, Barry was the same way. So, like I say, I think Division III football is a great atmosphere, and they have a really nice stadium. They got good facilities at Methodist.
Well, it really is. It's about the love of the game too in Division III.
No doubt.
And these young men just wanting to extend that love of football just a little bit longer.
And everywhere is kind of like LaGrange. I've been meeting people. I'm like a rarity that I didn't go to school where I'm coaching. Most people have. Like I talked to AD. How long have you been here? 22 years. I came here as a student for 4 years. I was a coach for 18. So I became the AD, And then at Barry, the weirdest thing at Barry, Pam and I, my wife, after the game, we're standing in the locker room waiting for the kids to get in. There was a guy by us that had on a Kentucky lanyard on his sunglasses. Okay. And say, are you Kentucky fans? Yeah, I'm from there. I said, where at? Western Kentucky. I said, really? I said, well, I'm from Hopkinsville. He goes, that's where my family's from. And I ended up knowing his dad and uncle, and his dad, he knew my brother-in-law. So, but he was a Berry College graduate, and he's come back there as a basketball coach. So,
it's neat. I've enjoyed traveling. I don't travel as much as Bill does. The guy that does the play-by-play for us, but it is always a welcoming environment. Those folks just love what they do, and I'm really excited we had our first home game a couple weeks ago, and I had a great crowd turn out for that. And as we're coming back home this upcoming week against Brevard, we're really looking forward to another great crowd there too.
I think it'll be better. I think the holiday, if you remember, that was right. Labor Day weekend. A lot of my friends that I know are coming. They were gone and doing stuff, So I think we're going to have a great crowd, and hopefully we can put a good product out on the field, and they'll want to come back and watch us again.
We got Brevard coming in. We mentioned that let's see. I'm trying to remember who they played. I had it.
They beat Greensboro 63-7. I can remember that.
Oh, that's right. That was the big number we were talking about. They put up a big number, but I don't know that this is Greensboro's strongest year. We'll say it that way in a nice way. But
but like I say, I'm sure they're going to come in with a lot of confidence. They throw the ball around the yard a bunch. Talking to Coach Chambers, I'm more on offense early in the week, and as the week goes on, so I'm always talking to Coach Chambers, and he says, like playing Pascal, they hardly ever run it. If they do want to run it, they usually get into run formations. Right. So we got a work cut out, and defensively they run around real well, and we're still formulating the plan right now. And again, we want to be balanced. I really like how we were last week. I think we rushed for 220 something and threw for 170, and that's a pretty. In my world, that's pretty good right there, And I tell you, those running backs, both of them, Nick and Chip, Brandon Scott, they both ran really hard. Nick Searcy is the guy. I mean, I always have coached compete for every inch, and he does that. And again, our offensive line had a really great game. And the tight ends, Arlie Weber, he's a big part of this. Like I say, he's been banged up a little bit. And our special teams, our coverage has been so good on the kickoff team. So there's a lot of things we're doing good. Obviously, there's some things we got to shore up. I told the kids we had 12 penalties, we had 5 false starts, and part of them we like to change the play, And when I was at LaGrange High School, I had a friend that was always mad at me. You get 2 delays every game. And I said, well, what you don't see is the ones we don't sometimes produce touchdowns when you're trying to change that play. So there's some pains that go along with doing that, trying to get you in the right play. And we'll get better at it. And but it's been a fun ride. And hopefully our kids will come out this week and we'll have another great week of practice and we can play good again on Saturday.
I was looking at time of possession. This is the third game in a row that y'all are well ahead of the other team in time of possession. And I talked to Coach Chambers about that this past Thursday. That's just a joy for a defense to be able to actually sit, think, and get a little rest before you get back on the field.
Right, and the less snaps they got to play, the better their world is. And again, I'm really proud of our defense. They're playing well, and Earl has a great scheme. It's got a lot of moving parts, and it's probably more than most people we play. And once they really understand it, they can be really good. Now, there's some growing pains because if one guy doesn't communicate right, you can get hurt a little bit. But, again, the rewards are so much worth it. So, and our guys, I tell you another kid I want to mention, Jamal Shakir.
Yes.
He has had 2 back-to-back really good games. And I told the kids the other day, I said, you know why he's playing so well? He's practicing really well. Yeah. It's not that complicated. If you don't practice hard and you don't take practice serious, you're probably not going to play real good. But if you go out there and again, I know, our deal is, Jack, we play on Saturday. It ought to be physical.
Right.
And you ought to be hurting on Sunday, Monday, be sore. But then Tuesday, you're okay. We're going to come back in shorts and shoulder pads and bang a little bit. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be full pads. We're going to bang a bunch. And you ought to be sore on Thursday and Friday. But then Saturday, we're okay again. Yep. Yeah. And then through that is a season, and once we buy into that, and our kids they want to do that. They're just not used to doing that on a consistent basis. And the coaches are doing a great job of pushing them to it. And our seniors, all of them, they want to win. And we're trying to teach them this is how you win football games.
Well, we hope to come away with a win coming up. Game time's at 1 o'clock at Brevard at LaGrange College. Make sure to come out to Callaway Stadium. Join us. It's going to be looks to be a great weekend. And hopefully, Coach, we can get another win.
All right, that's the goal, man. We'd love to, as we get in this conference, we want to keep winning and keep getting better. And that's the big thing, to get better every week. And hopefully we can do that this week.
All right, well, we're going to close things down here from Johnny's Pizza. LaGrange College, a big win over Memphis, and we look forward to taking on Brevard and hopefully get our second win in the conference. For Coach Pardue, for our guys back at the station, I'm Jack Mormon. We'll see you in just a little while on the radio.